alongside Casey Jordan. I'm Jim Douthit. Now, Union continues to roll as they remain undefeated. They beat Muskogee on the road and Sand Springs last week. But they had no Sydney Smith as she was suspended for 2 games. But we get her back tonight, Casey. And what does that mean for Union getting the likes of Sydney Smith back?
You know, it's just getting her back in rotation, getting her, wanting to get her involved early because she got a little bit of rest, whether she wanted it or not. She got a little bit of rest. So getting her involved early will be a big part of Union's offense tonight, in my opinion.
So for Sapulpa and head coach Darlene Callip, they're led by Tamaria Poindexter, and they've got a young sophomore by the name of Staley Hurd. And for fans out there, they may remember the name Hurd. Dad played for TU and was a great player. So, Casey, it's going to be really a tall order tonight for Union.
Yeah, Poindexter, she's a combo guard. She's 6'1". She can shoot outside, play post up inside. I think she's shooting 46% from the three-point line. So it'll be a tough matchup for Union tonight with her. But, it's time to start taking these Union ladies pretty serious after a big win over the weekend. And, they're a tough team, so they're not going to go down easy if they do.
Especially here at home, and that's going to mean a lot. That's going to mean a lot here playing at home. Now, any big difference? I mean, playing at home, playing on the road, it doesn't seem like road environment bothers these girls at all.
It can. So, some rims bounce a little bit different, so you can kind of get that stuck in your head that, these rims are a little bit harder. They're a little bit, stiff, so you shoot different, you attack it different. But when you're at home, you know your spots on the court. You're going to get to your spots, and you're going to take good, smart shots, and that's one thing these ladies do.
So it's Union, it's Sapulpa. That's coming up next right here on the Union Sports Network.
Welcome to the John Q. Hammonds Arena on the campus of Union High School for tonight's Frontier Valley Conference matchup between Sapulpa and Union. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the playing of our national anthem. First, let's meet our visitors. the Sapulpa Lady Chieftains. At 5'11", a senior, number 11, Alexis Lewis. At 5'10", a freshman, number 15, Tyler Hurd. At 6'1", a senior, number 21, Tamira Poindexter. At 5'8", a junior, number 25, Jacelyn Rossman. And at 5'10", a sophomore, number 32, Staley Hurd. Head coach of Lady Chieftains is Darlene Caleb, assisted by Nikki Cooper and Josh Littlebear. And now for your Union starting five. At 6 foot, a junior, number 0, TK Pitts. At 5'10", a senior, number 10, Kaylin Nelson. At 5'9", a junior, number 14, Mackenzie Malum. At 5'10", a senior, number 24, Jordan Connor. And at 6'2", a junior, number 45, Sydney Smith. Head coach for Union is Joe Redmond, assisted by Jim Stacy, Sean Davis, and Taylor Sells.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back in the UMAC here for tonight's game between the Sapulpa Chieftains and your Union Ladies Basketball Squad alongside Casey Jordan. I'm Jim Douthit, and let's get right to it. Sydney Smith, Jordan Connor, of course, Malum, Nelson, and TK Pitts getting the start for Coach Redmond. And what's that say about Coach Redmond having Connor start as opposed to, I believe he's had a mix of Penny in there. He's had a mix on Marshall and Harris. So anything to play into that?
I think it has to do a little bit to do with the size advantage. Sapulpa's one of the taller matchups that Union's had this year. Across the board, they match up very well. So getting Jordan Connor in there a little bit, getting a little bit of extra size and a little bit of extra length, is kind of something that they're looking for in this matchup.
For Sapulpa, they'll start Lewis Hurd, Poindexter, Rossman, and the other sister Hurd, Staley Hurd, and her sister Tyler, both a sophomore and a freshman. In that order, Tyler being the freshman here. A lot of confidence in Coach Caleb with the young Tyler Hurd here.
Yeah, she's been playing very well this season, so it's something when a freshman can step up and be a big part of the lineup.
Says everything about probably the father that's sitting behind us in the stands as well.
That definitely probably plays a little bit. You get some of that genetic background, and you get that early coaching because he, with his University of Tulsa background, he has a lot of stuff that he probably handed down to him.
Nelson quickly with the 2. Nice shot there right from the free throw line, if you would. And early on, nice rhythm, nice ball movement by Union, and Sapulpa will bring it up. Hurd, Staley Hurd will quarterback this. She'll get to the top. She'll circle back towards us. Look to drive. She dishes, shoot for 3, and it's good. The Hurd sisters are on the board. One's got an assist, and Tyler hits the 3 early on. And Sapulpa came to play. There's the drive by Malum. She's going to get charged with a foul. Foul going in. Thought she took too many steps, but.
Yeah, she slipped a little bit, but got a little bit of a hand contact, so she kind of got a little bit of help right there. So
no shooting foul in this case. Thought she was walking. They'll get it out to Smith. Smith to Nelson. Nelson will survey the situation. Miscommunication there with Connor and a turnover to the Chieftains.
But there's some of that. I mean, she hasn't been practicing all week with the ones. You get a little bit of out of rhythm. You kind of build that continuity with your other teammates. So unforced error right there that you don't like to see early.
Now Sapulpa will keep it up top. Rosman over to Hurd. Hurd will survey. Long pass over to Lewis. Lewis looks, drives, dishes back out for 3. Rossman in. And they're hot from beyond the arc early on. Probably something that not to be overlooked for sure.
No, I mean, so far they're showing that they came to play. So, you're going to have to put a little bit of pressure on that outside presence because early on, 2 for 2 from the three-point line.
There's another three, launching off, rebound there by Pitts. Pitts with a long pass ahead to Malum. Malum, and she gets it in, nicely done. Pitts with her head up, and the nice dish to Malum, and she controlled her body and got it in. Now quickly back of the Chieftains. Chieftains up and in. Poindexter, there, the one that was shooting 46% from three. She gets in early. Nicely done. Nice drive there by Connor. Little contact, and we've got a game, young man.
Yeah, both of these teams came to play, and it looks like it's going to be run and gun all night.
Nicely done there. Lewis, 10-6 now at 5:26 early on. Ahead up. Nicely done there by Smith. Give the assist to Jordan Connor. And it looks like everybody's had a chance to touch the ball and almost put everybody's on the board with some points early.
Yeah, that whole possession for Union, I don't think the ball touched the court one time. A lot of ball movement, a lot of quick getting the ball up.
Off rebound there, Pitts. Malum pushes the floor. She'll look. Smith telling her to come this way, and she does. Smith tries to set up a screen, over to Connor, back to Malum. Malum looking to do a little drive to dish to Connor, and she'll slow it down a little bit. Now Nelson. Nelson, the top, she drives, looks. Nice little floater, can't get it to go, but rebound there. Smith battling hard underneath. Consistency there by Smith.
Yeah, her presence inside is one that you can't really plan for because she's very physical down low, and she
nice block. Go ahead, sorry.
No, she makes her presence known early, so getting her, you want to get her out of rhythm, but with Sydney, it's hard to do. She's very dominant down low, and she knows how to control her body while she's down there.
Little slower pace now for Coach Redmond and his squad. As Nelson takes over, she'll look. She's going to try to drive again. Miscommunication again between her and Connor, and that's the second time we've seen those two kind of not be on the same page, if you will.
Yeah.
But you talked about it, not having that rhythm, not getting the touches in practice. That's possibly part of the problem.
It could be. It's also, this game so far early on has been a lot of run and gun, so now they slow it down, and once you slow it down after running up the court.
Pitts with a nice move, and she'll get the steal. Pitts up ahead. She looks, drop. Nicely done there. But Jamari Harris gets herself in the game, and she's got two. Something else to think about, too, Casey, is the fact that, usually at this time, every game that we've seen so far, Union's been up by almost double digits early on. And Sapulpa came to play, as you said. Nice rebound there by Pitts. So this is kind of new for us to see here at home as Sydney gets it inside. Nice little spin move, and two. That's beautifully done, and that gets the bench fired up.
Yeah, Sydney's one of those players that you look at her and you can tell from the distance that she's going to be a presence. But one thing that she does very well is she's nimble with her feet. She doesn't let her weight get to push her one way or another. She has great body control, and that's something that she did right there with a nice spin move.
They're trying to get it inside, and there's Pitts again on the defensive move, knocks it away up ahead to Malum. Malum with the drive, can't get it to go. That's going to be saved. Back to Malum. Malum inside, long three for Harris. Can't get it to go, but rebound Pitts, and she'll just throw it up trying to draw a foul, and she really didn't have to do that at that point, did she?
No, she didn't, but she caught it off balance and just tried to get a foul forced on her, but just one of those instances to where, it's a bang-bang play, and she did what she thought she had to do. It just didn't work out for her in that instance.
Poindexter now in control to Rossman. Rossman will look to drive, but Nelson there with a nice. Boy, the deep three, can't get that to go. Well, there's Steph Curry range there. Poindexter showing off her range. Good-looking look, though, for her. Up ahead. Rebound, no call there on the, and there we finally get a call. Physical game, refs are letting them play, it appears.
It's like they're letting them play a little bit early, so that could play into Union's favor going down the line. But Poindexter, she's wanting to get going, and that's one that you got to keep an eye on. I think she's averaging around 22 points a game so far this season. So if you can keep her off the stat sheet as long as you can, that's going to bode well for you in the long run.
Pitts will go to the line and shoot two. 14-12 with about $1.45 left here in the first. Can't get the friendly roll. Hendricks and Highshaw check in. No, that's a lie. Hendricks and Connor check back in as Nelson and Smith get to have a seat. She'll make one of the two. And Staley Hurd brings it up the floor. Hurd with the nice drive. Inside, can't get it to go. Rebound there and the push. The push there on Hurd, and Malum will bring it up. 3 team fouls now for Sapulpa. None, Casey, for Union.
Yeah.
Playing some clean basketball early on.
Yeah, so far, but Harris kind of got a little bit of probably an Oscar nominee with that performance, but you'll take it whenever you can get it.
TK Pitts for 3. And the biggest lead of the evening so far for in this young game, I should say, is 6 by Union. We'll go back to the Emmy nominations early or later. There may be 1 or 2 more of those this evening. Nice rebound there. Aubrey Highshaw with the nice board. Malum with the drive. Off the glass and nicely done.
Baseline to baseline. Someone's going to have to put a body on her.
She's feeling it this evening as well. Nice, can't get it to go. Struggle with the ball. Hurd with a nice rebound, and turnaround jumper will go. Much to the pleasure and the happiness of the fans sitting behind us from Sapulpa. Appreciate them making the drive out here. There's Malum again. You said it, boy, they just kind of let her just walk right in.
Yeah, it's not a smart move. She's a very talented point guard, and with Jordan and Sydney both sitting out right now, it's going to be a heavy dose of Malum and TK.
Ball will be out of bounds. Sapulpa will get it back. Nelson and Smith check back in. TK Pitts and Highshaw are going to have a seat. As a plethora of players change up here with just about 13 seconds left. Staley Hurd has a seat for the Chieftains. Moms telling their kids to shoot the ball. They shot the ball and they didn't make it, much to the chagrin of the fans behind us. This ought to be a good time.
Yeah, that wasn't a very smart shot selection,
Well, I don't know. Fans behind us thought it was a great shot selection there, Casey. We'll have a little fun with that tonight.
I'll go ahead and scoot over before you get some water thrown on you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 5 seconds to go, 2015 here. Union on top, I should say. Now they'll push the 4 quickly here. Try to get the last second shot. Malum, the deep 3. Not even close.
Story of my life is a little short.
Just a little short. It's 2016. We're back with second quarter action here on the Union Sports Network.
Protect the health and safety of our student athletes, coaches, and guests by wearing face coverings and maintaining social distance.
Coming up this Thursday through Saturday, it's the Jinx Union Invitational Basketball Tournament. As always, the tournament will use 2 different sites here at the UMAC and then the Frank Harold Fieldhouse in Jinx. But we'll be streaming all the games that'll take place here at the UMAC here on the Union Sports Network, and that won't cost you a dime. So if you follow HFC Mustang Ponca City for the girls bracket, you can watch your ladies play here on the Union Sports Network. For more information about how you can get tickets, you need to contact the Jinx or Union Athletic Office and join us here on the Union Sports Network for all the Union bracket games. It's going to be an exciting weekend of basketball, Casey, and some really good competition. Booker T's in the boys bracket, I noticed, amongst Mustang and some of your smaller schools coming up to play in this tournament, so it ought to be a good time for all involved.
Yeah, some of those, you got to watch out for some of those smaller schools. They've been playing together a lot longer, but they also get an opportunity to go against the big boys, and they want to showcase, that they belong where they're at. So.
And that's something that we talked about, before the broadcast started. The fact that these girls in Sapulpa, it's not that our girls here at Union haven't played together, but the fact that these smaller towns, they come up together. So some of them have been playing maybe since first, second, third grade.
Yeah, and that's a lot because you get to build that rhythm together. You got that continuity. You know where someone's going to be whenever they might not know. So, it's Union's kind of at a little bit of a disadvantage in some of those instances, but Union has a little bit bigger of a pool to pull from, so they use that to their advantage.
Big rebound there by Connor, and she'll put it back as the lead is again 6. Seems to be a seesaw battle here, and something that we talked about early on. If you're just joining us, it's 22-16 Union on top of Sapulpa with about 6:50 to go here in the second. This has really been one heck of a contest for Union because, as we've said this before, usually by this time, Union at home has been up by double digits in the second quarter for sure. There's a block. So it's a good contest for the Union, for the ladies here at Union. Malum for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound there. Away, but they battle it back. Connor with a nice battle. Nelson for 3. Can't get it to go. Connor again. Puts it back, but boy howdy, she took a couple of steps there, possibly got away with that, couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, Sapulpa's wanting to push the ball inside to Poindexter, but, right now Jordan Connor is playing very good defense on her. She's not letting her have her way. Poindexter's got a couple inches on her, and she's not going down easy, which is good to see from her early.
Yep, Connor will have a seat. TK Pitts will check back in. Poindexter there. Sydney Smith playing some great defense there on her. Can't get the 3 to go. Pitts is going to push the floor. Go right after it, inside to Smith. Smith and up and in. Nicely done. She drew some bodies to her, which left Smith wide open.
Yeah, in that situation, you don't want to let TK just drive to the rim, but you also don't want to give an easy shot to Sydney because she'll make you pay for it.
Every time, right? Around now, Lewis. Long 3 there. Poindexter can't get it to go, and that's a good sign for Union. It's about the 3rd one I believe she's missed.
Yeah, it's right now she's not playing her best game, which, if, in the long run, Union's going to like that, but you got to pay attention, too, because she can get hot any minute.
That's right. That's right. Great hustle there by Nelson. Ball will be out of bounds, and Sapulpa will take it out. So Coach Caleb will have a timeout, and we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Union Ladies Basketball on the Union Sports Network. Welcome back inside the UMAC. Union on top of Sapulpa right now, 24-16 with about just over 5 minutes left. Quite the spirited affair already, and for Union, it's quite the battle, the first battle, the real trouble, if you will, that they've had at home. But showing some great poise, and Sapulpa can't get that one to fall. Foul will be called on Kaylin Nelson. It's going to be her first. That'll be finally 3 team fouls for Union. That'll ball out of bounds. Pitts with the steal. Pitts pushes the floor, and she goes right to the basket, and she's fouled there. Deshaunte Thomas get called for the foul from Sapulpa.
Yeah, for the most part at home, Union, they've had their way, so it's nice to kind of see them get tested and see them get pushed and see how they react.
Because that's realistic. Because as you get closer to tournament time, everybody's going to have a few more games under their belt. Everybody's going to be playing a little bit harder. The more zeros you have in that loss column, the more they're gunning for you because they want to make sure that they're the first one to knock you off, if you will.
That target's only going to get bigger the more that they keep winning. So if they keep winning, people's going to bring their A game and they're going to want to knock it off because if you're the team that puts that first loss on them, it's something to be said.
Coach Caleb over there for Sapulpa helped her team out by touching the ball and not giving Nelson the opportunity to get the rebound. I noticed that. The ref had a good chuckle out of that deal.
Yeah, there was this game whenever I was younger called NBA Street. That's one thing that you could do. The crowd could throw the ball back in, so I guess they don't allow that.
They don't know that. No, not at all. Up ahead to Pitts. Pitts with the easy two right there. Nice, and boy, Pitts is running. Oh, and she gets the foul call. Boy, she wanted that ball back. But
yes, she did.
As a coach, not a big deal on that foul, right? That's just hustle. And
it's a hustle play. It's early, so I believe that was her first foul. So you let that one go and, chalk it up to hustle points, and you'll take that all day.
Especially up by 10 right now. Starting to be the kind of leads that we're used to calling, you and I.
Yeah, so Sapulpa's going to want to get Poindexter involved pretty soon because she's, I think she's been held scoreless so far. So the longer you keep her off the stat sheet.
I think she's got 6 early, but she's been kind of a non-factor. And coming into this, we thought she was going to be a much larger factor than what she's been. There's up ahead again to Pitts. Pitts running the floor. She'll stop. Can't get it to go, but she chases down her own rebound. Can't get it to go. Nelson with the rebound, and there we go. Hustle under the basket. Casey, you talk about it all the time. These girls know how to rebound.
Yes, they do, and that it was a smart play there by Nelson, and that's something that a lot of people don't notice. But during lunch breaks, playing 21 at school, that's a put back, and if there's those 21 rules, they're going to 7 right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Rossman now inside. The drive there, can't get it to go. Nelson with the rebound. 3:06 remaining here in the second. Nelson will stop, then she'll look, she'll drive, and she'll draw contact. Aubrey Highshaw checks back in. Marshall Penny gets to have a seat. And the continued carousel for Coach Redmond, keeping fresh bodies on the floor. Malum over to Nelson. Nelson really wanted to shoot that 3, it appeared.
Yeah, she did, but, you got to be careful. Poindexter's got that length on her, so that's a little bit more arch that she has to put on it. So it's a smart play there by her.
To pull it down, then she did go ahead and try it. She didn't get it to go. There's Poindexter. The drive, she can't get anything to go. No call, no foul, no nothing. And Union's back up quickly. Quick little jump shot. And TK Pitts has got 8. And she's becoming a force to be reckoned with.
TK is just doing TK things. She's, it seems like night in, night out. She has quiet points that go, unheard, but she makes her presence known.
And there's finally Poindexter for the 3. But you just said TK Pitts doing TK things. I think that's a T-shirt. Emily Barkley, if you're listening, we need to get that on a T-shirt immediately. Inside. Oh, Smith's going to get charged with the travel there. Too many steps. And really, that's one of the first mistake that the ladies have made on this end of the floor.
Yeah, they've been doing very well on that end. It's early though, but keep feeding Sydney. She's having a good night down there. So the longer that you can feed her, the better your night should be.
Harris checks in. Pitts has a seat. Nice job there, and quickly Harris shows herself in the game. Coach Redmond was wanting something on that side, but I didn't quite see what happened. So we're going to get the ball out of bounds. So whatever his arms were up in the air about, he must have got the call.
Yeah, I think whenever she jumped out of bounds, she threw it back in, and it went off one of the one of the ladies' legs, but it was hard to tell from this angle, but I assume that's what went down.
Malum to Nelson. Nelson's going to direct some traffic here. Have Smith come up high. Smith now to Harris. Harris wanted the quick shot. She won't take it. Over to Highshaw. Highshaw now surveys the floor. Over to Malum. Malum quick to the corner. Harris stops, pops. Nice drive. Boy, that was a great little move.
Beautiful hesitation, got her off her feet and drove in, had no backside help. Beautiful play.
Poindexter for three, and she is off the mark. You could tell the frustration there. She kind of looked up in the air like, what in the world? Those usually fall for her.
She, she has 9 points, but she seems frustrated. She seems she's forcing it a little bit. So I believe at halftime she's going to have a little talk with coach and try to get her settled down and get her more into her game.
At halftime you'll be get to watch the Union High Steppers perform as Mr. Jordan and I get to take a little bit of a break this evening. We're about 40 seconds away of playing time for that. Nice fall-away jumper. Nelson can't get it to go, and that was kind of an awkward shot for her. Sapulpa brings it back down. Stop, pop for three. That's going to be off the mark. Off the mark, fighting for it. Harris there. Boy, and a foul called quickly on Poindexter. That's only her first, so not a big deal for Coach Caleb and worrying about her. Pitts checks back in, and Highshaw has a seat. 26 seconds here remaining. I imagine we're going to wait, try to take the last shot there, Casey?
Yeah, you drain the clock down. You got an 11-point lead, so if you can get the last shot and maybe jump it up to 13 or 14-point lead, then it's a good way to end the half.
Malum will dribble it out. Closely guarded there by Rossman. She'll get it to Pitts. Pitts looks, drives, dishes. Can't get it to go. Rebound there. 5, and she'll just dribble it out, not even take a shot there. So we're at halftime. It's 32-21 Union. And we will, I believe, get the Union High Steppers. We usually do. We'll keep it here and see if they're coming out. I don't see them, and they're usually around, so we may not have any halftime entertainment today.
That ending play, though, you had a nice, smart move by Connor there. She kind of started over the back and pulled her hands back so she didn't get a late foul called. Plays like that are some that, they don't show up on the stat sheet, but it was a very smart play by there because then you potentially give them 2 more points in the half. And
so the fact that she's not fouling, just let them take the shot. If it goes, great. If it doesn't, you're not giving them an automatic 2. Very good. Well, I tell you what, we got about 9 minutes in this halftime, so we're going to take a little bit of a break. You guys go to the fridge, get your drinks. You're watching Sapulpa and Union here on the Union Sports Network. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in for second half action between Sapulpa and the ladies of Union. 32-21, and you know, during halftime here, Casey, we got to look at some stats, and Sapulpa really wants Poindexter to get going because she had, what was it, 11 shots early on.
Yeah, she led all players involved tonight with 11 shots. You know, she's not shooting the best game that she's had, but you know, she's one of those players that you got to really pay attention to because if she gets hot.
Well, and she just had a block there that just happened to go back to us, and Smith put it back. But you know, if you can't do it on one end of the floor, coach is going to look for you to do it on the other end of the floor. Now Rossman looks inside to try to get Poindexter down low. Double team there, left all alone. Can't make it there though. Lewis was off the iron. Malum up ahead. Pitts running. Nice little stutter step. Can't get it to go, but she gets her own rebound. Turnaround jumper, and it goes. She is a monster underneath tonight with 10. And there she almost comes away with a steal as she finds herself in the Sapulpa bench. She's been all over the floor.
She has been, but that's kind of been her MO all season. I mean, she's one of those players that, you know, she doesn't take any minute for granted. She comes out and makes best of every opportunity she gets, and you know, that's something that you can't put a value on.
Now Poindexter inside, she'll take the jumper, can't get it to go. Smith with the rebound there, and up ahead. Pass just a little high. Nelson was about 6'1", she would have had that.
Yeah, that's a rare sighting from McKenzie. She's one of those players that she doesn't make unforced errors, and she just kind of sent it a little bit too much. Probably had a little bit too much Gatorade during halftime. So
got her carbs filling back up.
Yep.
6:30 remaining here. 36-21. Union on top. Ball tipped away, out of bounds, and that's going to be rewarded back to Sapulpa. Jordan Connor with a nice hustle, and she's getting some really nice playing time from Coach Redmond.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot of, you know, work that's going to go unnoticed on the stat sheet. She's kept Poindexter down low, putting a body on her and not letting her get away.
And there's Pitts again with the steal and the finish, and she's got 12. And everything TK's doing is going to show up on the stat sheet tonight for sure. Yeah. A steal and a putback.
I said it earlier, and I'm probably going to say it 100 more times. TK just doing TK things.
T-shirt, Miss Barkley, T-shirt. Rebound there by Connor. Malum up ahead to TK Pitts. We got to get that T-shirt made. I know. You're saying the same thing over and over. There's a steal by Connor. Connor throws it back in, though. Boy, she didn't have a whole lot of places to put it. Nice job by Connor, but Sapulpa will come away with 2 on that. Great hustle by Jordan Connor as Malum brings it back up.
Yeah, there's going to have to be some other Lady Chieftains that really step up because they've kind of put, you know, Tamara in her place, or not necessarily in her place, but held her in check, and you know they're going to have to step up and kind of deviate some of that slack that she's going to need some help.
Steph Curry never won a championship by himself, is what you're saying.
Yes.
There's the steal by Nelson. Nelson up ahead, stop, jump, easily done. And that's a great job by Nelson just to kind of stop and pop instead of trying to take that to the rim and draw contact, right?
She didn't want to take an unforced shot, and it was a smart play by her. And
Poindexter, keep it up high. She'll get it back now. She's going to try to get some sort of work. She's got to get frustrated here at some point. And there she gets draws the foul on the baseline. Now that's Connor with 3.
That's something that you really don't want to see because she's played very good defense on Poindexter all night. So her getting ready to go to the bench, you know, that's something to look at here going forward. They're probably going to force it inside a lot, trying to get her to get some points while Jordan's sitting down.
Connor's having a seat along with Pitts as Harrison Highshaw check back in. Poindexter will get one of the 2. 42-24 now, Union. Nice dish there. Boy, howdy. Nelson Harris with the beautiful feed to Nelson, and easy pickings for Kalen.
Absolutely beautiful backdoor cut. That's something that you practice, and it's one of those things that when it happens, it's a beautiful sight.
Poindexter with a drive, and she'll go again to the line and shoot 2. Now, if I'm Coach Redmond, I'm gonna foul her every time she's down the floor. It seems like she's not playing very well. She's trying to draw some contact to get herself back into the game.
Yeah, she had a mismatch there, and she wanted to try to take advantage of it, and
she did.
She had 2 options, either get points or get to the free throw line, and she got what she wanted.
Marshall Penny and Pitts check back in as Nelson and Malum have a seat. High fives all around for the ladies. Poindexter makes 2 this time. So that's something to be aware of. If she's going to get hot from the charity stripe, we probably don't want to foul her every time down the floor.
Yeah.
There's Harris with the drive. Long pass to Pitts. Pitts fakes, drives. Can't get it to go, but there's the foul. DeShante Thomas will get called with the foul, and I believe that's her second. Pitts will go to the line. Up by 18 is Union. She can't get it to go. Got to make them from there. Talk about it all the time. Sydney Smith out there to give her player a little words of encouragement. Nelson looks like she'll be ready to check back in, and she will. Sydney Smith will have a seat. So on the floor, Harris Highshaw, Nelson Pitts, and Marshall Penny for Coach Redmond's squad. Hurd with the drive. Almost a steal there by Pitts. Nicely controlled by Hurd, and she'll put it in for 2. Harris to Nelson, and why not some full court press at that point?
I think there was half of it that half of them looked like they wanted it, and the other half didn't get the sign.
Yeah,
so.
Poindexter was pretty demonstrative about getting some help from her teammates, but she couldn't get it. Now Harris almost gets herself in the corner. Nice backdoor to Harris, or excuse me, to Pitts.
Beautiful.
And to Highshaw. That was beautifully done. Didn't mean to take the words out of your mouth, Casey, but that was great. And Lewis will go to the line and shoot 2. And TK Pitts can't believe it's on her. Did you see her? On me? Heaven forbid. TK, you only got 2, young lady. Relax a little bit. You're playing great. Looks like Sydney Smith. Mackenzie Malum will check back in. Marshall Penny and Highshaw get to have a seat. Some valuable 30, 45 seconds for those 2 young ladies. Played real well.
Yeah, give them an opportunity to kind of catch their breath, and because you're going to need them down this stretch, so get a second.
Now a little more of a press there. Poindexter and a couple other players. Malum over to Nelson. Nelson looks, she'll drive. She'll pull it back down and back out to Malum, back to Nelson. Nelson for 3. Off the mark. Rebound there. And Sapulpa's pushing the floor. Up by 17. But the Chieftains are showing a little bit of fight. Nice play there by the freshman Hurd, and she'll get some points.
Yeah, and that's something that, Sapulpa's going to look at going forward. Get the ball moving, get it going side to side, kind of get Union off their feet.
Timeout there by Coach Redmond. And we're going to take a 30-second timeout as well. You're watching Union Ladies Basketball on the Union Sports Network. Hey guys, don't forget, we got the Union Jinx Invitational Tournament coming up this weekend, and if The brackets are divided up, obviously, between Union and Jinx, and the good thing about what we're doing this year, Casey, is that the Union games, all of the Union games, or here at the UMAC, I should say, in our bracket are going to be streamed right here on the Union Sports Network. When it comes to our boys and girls playing, fans will get to hear you and I call the games. But that is free for everybody. If you're a fan of the Jinx bracket, you can log on to nfhs.com, and they'll be streaming the Jinx bracket side from there. I believe there is a cost to that, however. More information, it's nfhs.com. Just under 2 minutes now remaining here in the third. Union up by 17. But it's been a spirited game for sure. Sapulpa playing really, really well. We're just waiting for Poindexter to kind of come alive or somebody to help her out for sure.
Yeah, they're trying to get that inside, but they're just having a lot of problems with that. Union's doing a great job of keeping their feet moving and clogging those lanes.
Great job there, and Pitts with a nice hustle gets the bucket back, and she's got 17.
I'm not going to say it.
Just buy the t-shirt, folks. There'll be information out soon. Sydney Smith with the rebound. Malum. And TK wasn't the first one down the floor this time. But she does get it back. And one. Oh, baby. Here I am giving her a hard time about being the last one down the floor. She gets the ball, drives. We'll get an extra one. As she's going for 20.
Pretty sure she just looked over here and said, I know what I'm doing.
Pretty sure she did. Coach Redmond plays this back. I hope he doesn't give her a hard time about not getting down the floor.
That's one that you'll live with right there.
Yep, for sure. If I get that t-shirt made, then it changes everything. Nicely done. And Pitts has got 20 of the 54. Sydney Smith giving her some love. That's a lot of fun right now these young ladies are having. Up by 22. And to be honest with you, when we started this broadcast, I didn't think we'd be talking like this.
No, it was.
Especially where the game started.
It was run and gun, old school Texas Tech versus OU back when it was Mahomes and Mayfield, and just kind of sizzled out, and now it's looking a little bit like Bedlam and on the wrong end.
Rossman now over to Hurd. Hurd will try to drive against Pitts. Pitts playing some great defense. Nice turnaround jumper. Nicely done there by Staley Hurd.
Beautiful shot.
Over Pitts, and she was guarded very, very closely. 26-25 now. We'll probably see the ladies wait for the last shot, try to pull it off. Malum. She drives. Wow, nicely done. And I know nothing.
I was with you. I thought they were going to drain the clock down and take it to the fourth quarter, but McKenzie had other ideas going.
Nicely done, and she'll get the steal. Up ahead to Pitts. Pitts throws it up. Oh! If that would have gone, that would have just been, then t-shirt for sure. T-shirt for sure. 56-34, we're back with fourth quarter action here on the Union Sports Network after this. Welcome back to the Union Sports Network alongside Casey Jordan. I'm Jim Douthit, and 56-34, Union on top of Sapulpa right now for the Lady Chieftains. Tyler Hurd leads their scoring with 7, but a young lady with the number 0 by the name of TK Pitts leads all scorers with 20.
Yeah, Sapulpa had a rough third period. It's they're shooting 28% in the second half so far. So if they're wanting to crawl back in this, they're going to have to start making some shots and taking advantage of some opportunities.
Lewis is going to be charged with a foul. Harris comes away limping a little bit. She's a basketball player, so she's tough. Oh, bad pass by Pitts, probably the only mistake she's made tonight, and then she almost causes the turnover. You love to see a player that makes a mistake and immediately tries to make up for it, and that's what we're seeing in Pitts tonight. Coach Redmond emphatic about something that he saw there.
Yeah, not for sure what was going on there, but you know, after a turnover is good defense. She come back, you know, she drew the foul, but that's one of those things that you want to get a hustle play, but not get too erratic with it, and then turn it into another mistake, which would be a foul.
Connor checks back in as Harris has a seat. And Poindexter checks back in, and we'll see if the rest did her some good. As Alexis Lewis has a seat. Coach Caleb and her crew. Up ahead to Nelson. Nelson drives, dishes to Smith, and it'll be knocked out of bounds. Nice hustle there by Brooklyn Berry, the 5'5" junior out of Sapulpa.
Yeah, Sapulpa went to that full court press, and they need to get some opportunities going, so they're trying to create some turnovers and keep it on their side of the court, but good press break there by Union.
Mowell will drive. She looks. She'll dish it to Pitts. You want to get it to Pitts right now. Over to Nelson. Nelson puts it on the floor, gets it to Malum, and Malum will play around up to Pitts. Pitts with a drive, can't get it to go, but she gets her own rebound. Oh, and blocked out. Poindexter with the reach there.
That's why she's leading all scores tonight. She's tough under the rim, and even if she misses it, she's going to battle for her own rebound, try to get a second shot opportunity.
Malum way out to Nelson. 7:06, 7:05 now remaining here in the fourth. Now Nelson with a drive, blocked out of bounds. Nice save there by a cheerleader to save some teeth. The refs will talk about it, and we'll see who's going to get the ball. Malum will throw the ball in for Union as the refs come together and decide it's Union's ball. Now Nelson looking for the screen from Smith to Malum. Malum will do some dancing there on the far side, right in front of Coach Redmond and his bench. Malum. Timeout, Coach Redmond. We're going to keep it right here because we're going to remind you guys. So Thursday through Saturday, it's the Union Jinx Invitational Basketball Tournament. As always, like we've said before, the tournament will use two different sites here at the UMAC and at the Frank Harold Fieldhouse in Jinx. But we'll be streaming all the games that take place here at the UMAC, here on the Union Sports Network, and that won't cost our fans a dime. So if you follow HFC, Mustang, or Ponca City for the girls bracket, you can watch your ladies play here on the Union Sports Network. For more information about tickets and any other information about the tournament, please contact the Jinx or the Union Athletic Office and join us here on the Union Sports Network for all the Union bracket games. I think our first broadcast will be here, I believe it's 7 o'clock Thursday night, as Union will take on HFC. First round of the tournament for the ladies of Union. Up by 20 now. 6:29 remaining here in the third.
Yeah, so Pulpa's going to have to try to start putting some pressure on, and you don't want to foul them just to get the ball back, but one place that Sapulpa's done great tonight is from the free throw line, so they got to try to get the ball. And
nice drive by Malum, and Malum has flat shown up, and she's got 8.
she's kind of had a quiet night by her standards. You know, typically she's one of the more focal points of the offense, and tonight she's been kind of just sitting back and let the rest of the team do what they need to do.
Barry for 3 there. Well, with all due respect, when TK Pitts has 20, you're going to give her the hot hand each time, and she's going to drive, take the quick little off the glass. Nicely done there, and she'll have 22.
She played a little cat and mouse game right there. She acted like she was going to slow it down. Got Sapulpa kind of dragging their feet, so she took it in and made them pay.
See if what Barry does. She's come on and played pretty well for the Chieftains. There's a three. Just off, rebound Nelson. Nelson looked up the floor to push it. Nice save there. That's going to be saved to none other than TK Pitts. Up ahead to Malum. Nice hustle there by Sapulpa, though, and to Smith. And too easy.
Beautiful court awareness there. She come up, kept her eyes up, and found Sydney trailing on the back end and made a very nice pass across court, and easy two.
Timeout, Sapulpa, so we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Sapulpa Union on the Union Sports Network. Welcome back to the UMAC. 4:42 remaining here in the fourth. 62-39. Ladies of Union taking the Chieftains to school this evening for sure. Poindexter now. Nice spin move there. She can't get it to go. Pitts is going to get charged with the over-the-back foul.
Yeah, they're going to look back at this game and kind of realize that Poindexter, having such an off night just threw the whole offense and rhythm out of whack. So, it's one of those deals that you don't like to see, but you got to move forward after this and regroup and get back to playing a little bit what they consider better basketball.
Now Poindexter with the ball. She's got 12 on the evening. She'll drive, can't get it to fall. Rebound there by Pitts. Pitts will come away with it. Down the lane, and an easy 2 more points, and she's got 24. Coach, do we leave her in for 30?
Typically, I would say no, but I want to see her get to 30, so I would leave her in, but that's why I'm sitting here and not over there.
I can text Coach Redmond real quick. You think he'll answer me? Probably not.
Worth a shot.
Right. Rebound there. Sapulpa goes right back up. And Lewis will go to the line and shoot 2.
That's kind of been the story of their night, though. They get second chance opportunities, and they're just not getting them to go in. But they've done well from the free throw line, so let's see if they can keep that trend going.
Harris will get charged with a foul. Marshall Penny on the floor, along with Harris, Connor, Pitts, and Smith for Coach Redmond. Down by 24 is Sapulpa, now 23. She makes the 2. It's a positive thing for the Chieftains. Now a little full court press, and you talked about it. But nicely done. And 2. Jordan Connor with a nice bucket. And played well as they come out of that full court press there, Casey.
Yeah, Connor's had a phenomenal night. One thing that she's done well that you just can't underestimate is her defense tonight has been phenomenal.
Is it one of those things when you're in a full court press? I noticed there the girls didn't seem to even put it on the floor. It was pass, 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 and they're down the floor. And that's what you want to do. You not want to put it on the floor and dribble? Try to dribble out anything?
Whenever they're putting on full court pressure, if you're not putting the ball on the court, that means you're moving it up, which is a good thing. So you're seeing the court well, but if you're putting it down, getting an opportunity for a.
Coach Redmond talking to TK Pitts right now, and she got a beautiful hand And unfortunately for you and I and everybody out there watching, I don't think we're going to get to see her hit 30.
Yeah, she had a phenomenal night, and it's something that, only is going to boost her confidence, which, moving down will be good for Union, but for
Jamari Harris with a move. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, partner, but little over and under.
Beautiful Dwayne Wade move right there.
Was amazing. Inside, nice job. Blocked away out of bounds. Smith will knock it out with 3:29. Looks like Coach Redmond's going to go to his bench. Highshaw will check back in. Hendricks will check back in. Harris and Sydney Smith will have a seat. Harris always a smile on that young lady's face, it seems like. Turnaround jumper there. And out of bounds by Highshaw. Coach Redmond gives Smith some fun. Sydney just about put TK into the second row with a chest bump.
You'd hate to lose TK over a chest bump.
Oh, when you're winning, everything's fun. Now Nelson, 3:11. Nelson pulls it down, throw it over there. Connor will work to this side. She's going to get kind of double teamed. She'll get it back to Nelson. Inside, nice move, picks it up. And nice defensive play there by Sapulpa. And that's going to be a jump ball as we've got half the court holding on to the ball.
Yeah, that's something whenever you're down low like that, you can't keep that ball down in that lower position. That's an easy steal for a defender. So you want to get that ball up and moving, trying to get some hands going side to side to where you could potentially draw a foul.
Highshaw inside to Nelson. Nelson, nice little spin move, can't get it to go. Rebound there by Sapulpa. Poindexter just emphatically screaming almost for the ball. Nobody saw her there. Big, long three. That's going to be off the mark. Rebound there by jump ball. Absolutely. That's going to be possession error to Sapulpa. As they were rushing down the floor, Poindexter was holding her hands straight up in the air because, boy, she wanted that ball badly. Nice little in. Can't get it to go, though. Boy, and that's been Sapulpa's night all night.
Yeah, and there's really, there's not much you can do about that. They keep shooting and they keep getting good opportunities. It's just the ball's not going in for them, and sadly, you hate to see it, but that's kind of been, outside of the first couple of minutes, that's been their night.
So one of those things, too, it appears that they've had some pretty good looks. It's not like they're taking bad shots. They're just not getting it to fall.
Yeah.
Outside, there's another great look. There's a bucket. Nicely done there by Stormy Ramsey.
But some of that, too, is, it definitely goes to credit for Union's defense. They've put a lot of pressure on defensively down low, and that's something that, moving forward, if you're Coach Redmond, you are very pleased with how well that they played on defense tonight.
Up ahead, and Connor couldn't handle that pass. Sapulpa showing the full court press. Kaylin Nelson gets to have a seat and a nice hand from everybody here on the Union side. Now Barry over to Hurd. Back inside to Poindexter. Poindexter dishes it out. Can't get the jumper to go. Nice rebound there. And that's going to be a jump ball. Nicely done. Nice hustle by Stormy Ramsey for Sapulpa to get the jump ball, but it's going to be Union's ball out of bounds with 1:25 remaining. Don't forget, we got the boys coming up. Tip-off time is approximately 8 o'clock. And the Union Jinx Invitational Tournament this weekend starts Thursday. Our first broadcast will be at 7 o'clock as the girls host HFC Warriors out of Oklahoma City. We'll be excited to see them come in. Hurd with a nice move, but can't get it to go again. Rebound, can't get the rebound to go. And that's been the night for Sapulpa with less than a minute to play. Barnes checks in. Jordan Connor with a complete effort tonight. She'll have a seat. Another nice hand. And even though we talked a lot about TK Pitts, this was a complete effort. I mean, she only had, 24? I mean, somebody else has got to play.
Yeah, TK had a great night offensively and defensively, but in my opinion, Jordan Connor was the player of the game. She put a lot of pressure on Poindexter, and she did not let her have her way down low. So I'm giving the MVP tonight to Jordan Connor.
There you have it.
I don't know if I can do that, but I did it.
Well, you just did. Well, and we're trying to get TK a shirt out of the deal, so I just happen to know somebody by the name of Mattiana Harper that may be able to help us with that. So, Matt, when you're watching this on the replay, let's get these T-shirts done. I'll get with Coach Barkley, and our AD Barkley, and we'll get this figured out. 14 seconds. So let's talk really quick about this tournament. If you're watching the Union bracket and you're a fan of Edmond Santa Fe, Ponca City, or Mustang, along with the ladies, we're going to be broadcasting all those games here on the Union Sport Network. The Union Invitational starts with the ladies of Mustang and Ponca City start at 4. Then the boys will have Edmond Santa Fe at 5:30, or Edmond Santa Fe Mustang, at 5:30. We'll join you as the Union ladies tip off at 7 against HFC Warriors. And then the boys, Union boys, are 8:30. That's all going to come to you Thursday night starting at 4 o'clock here on the Union Sports Network. And that's the end of this game. It's 68-49. Any closing remarks real quick, Casey?
You know, it was a phenomenal game for Union tonight. You know, it's something that they've done very well all season. They start fast, and, you know, if you can't keep up with them going down the stretch, they're just going to gradually pull away from you. So moving forward, you know, you love to see that momentum and carry it into the next night.
So the next game we have for you for the ladies is going to come to you 7 o'clock here Thursday night against HFC. Boys are up in 19 minutes. We're back on the Union Sports Network.